Her name is Linda Watson, and she is a certified Tao Academy teacher and soul communication practitioner. And her life purpose was to rebuild late in her life to serve. And she has been given the opportunity to serve as a healer, akashic record reader, soul communicator, and to share the ancient teachings and wisdom of Dr. and Master Sha. Through this wisdom and spiritual practices, her channels have opened and continue to open, allowing her to serve those who have health, relationship, and financial blockages, as well as those who want to awaken to their own spiritual journeys. The Golden Mountain is within you and right in front of you, accessible to all. Now, welcome, Linda.
We're so happy to see you. This is what happened, Linda.
Well, I am delighted to be here, and I'm happy to share the spiritual journey as I began it, and true, very late in life, 2012 actually. And I met my spiritual father and teacher, Master Sha, at an enlightenment retreat in San Francisco. And I was so honored to be able to have a one-to-one personal consultation with him. And he told me what my purpose was. He said, "You are a teacher, you are a healer, you are a channel. Now get to work and start studying." So that's what I did. And at that retreat, I did receive enlightenment. My channels started to open right there. And then I started to see auras and light. I felt so uplifted because actually that's what happened. I felt my heart expand and open, and I knew that I had found my path. So
that's
here
so
I am.
Beautiful. Yes. And you are also a Guanyin lineage holder as well since that journey.
Yes. This was a heart's desire of mine. Kuan Yin did come to me and tell me that she wanted me to pursue this. And, you know, truly at the time, I didn't think that I would be able to honor for it. There is an honor fee for it, to become the Guanyin lineage holder, to do all the training, et cetera, et cetera. And I really didn't think that it was possible for me to come up with that. And she told me, learn the Da Bei Zhou and I will make it possible.
Wow.
So let me tell you just quickly how that happened. So I learned the Da Bei Zhou, and it wasn't easy. It's hard just to remember a whole list of names, right?
Yes.
And it took me some time, but I did it. And very shortly after I memorized it, I got this message to go to this store that I shop at, a Fred Meyer. I don't know if you have Fred Meyers there.
Yes, we do.
So I got the message to go to Fred Meyer, not any Fred Meyer, a particular Fred Meyer. I didn't have any shopping to do. So I went. I mean, you follow your guidance, right?
Yes.
It makes no sense. So they showed me what door to go in. I went in that door, bagless, shopping cartless, just wandering in the store. And this guy with a clipboard comes over to me and says, "Would you like to apply for a Fred Meyer Visa card?" And, you know, I told him the truth. I said, "You know, my credit is really in the toilet. There's no way I'm going to get approved. You know, I don't want to waste your time." And then I remembered that I'd been sent there. So I said, well, okay, let's go for it. And so he took me over. He did a few things on the computer. And he said, "Congratulations, you have a $9,000 credit limit."
Oh my gosh.
There we are. So that was her gift to me. Wow. And I was able to get the download, the 1,000 Hands, 1,000 Eyes download. And now I have served so many with that very precious gift.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was pretty awesome. And you know what? I mean, you know how credit works, right? I couldn't even get Amazon to give me $600 credit limit. There we are. So
$9,000.
I'm thinking that was a miracle.
Yes.
I don't think it would have gone so well for me if I'd used it for other things.
Yes, no, that would not be a good thing to do. So how long ago have that been since you became a Guanyin lineage, and how has your life transformed?
It was 3 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And she comes to you, she tells you who to serve. She told me to offer a blessing to all of you tonight. So it has changed dramatically because I have like this relationship with her. She comes, she tells me, give a blessing to this person, give a blessing to that person. And she has even come to tell me, not yet for that person, that, they're not ready. It's too much light. They won't be able to handle it. Not yet for that person. So the opportunity to serve with this is spectacular. Wow. And it's really my favorite modality.
That's so awesome. To viewers who don't really understand how you connect with Guanyin, does she come to you in a form of a dream? Does she come to you in a form of, with your third eye open? How did you communicate with Guanyin?
Well, she steps forward, and I know that she is there. There's a particular essence and vibration that comes with her. Sometimes I see her face, sometimes I don't. But her message to me is always very clear. She tells me who needs the blessing and how it should be offered.
So you do hear her voices?
Yes.
Or do you just kind of, how direct knowing, like, okay, that you actually hear the voices, what people would say, clairaudience?
Yeah, it used to be for me that I didn't actually hear disembodied voices, that the information would just arrive for me. And I was happy with that. But now I am actually hearing voices. And, it's good that that's happening in this time in my life and not before my spiritual awakening. Otherwise, I'd probably be on lithium,
Oh.
Now, Linda, can you explain to us or just share with us what does it mean to be a Guanyin lineage holder?
Well, it means that the holding of the lineage is extremely important, to pass it down through the generations, to pass her message on, to chant her mantra. So she's the compassion Buddha, right? So she hears the suffering of all humanity. And her vow was not to move up to the Buddha status until she had alleviated the suffering of all humanity. Of course, she is a Buddha, but that is her humility. And so her desire is my desire now. I want to show this compassion to all humanity. And it's as healer, you have to be really careful not to decide who deserves a healing blessing.
Yes.
I have been prompted to offer blessings to many people out in the world that in the past I would have been afraid of. But I've been given the message that they need a blessing for this or that, and so I do that. So
great.
Yeah, it's a wonderful lesson to learn that unconditional compassion is no judgment anywhere. Just offer the compassionate blessing.
Wonderful. Now, I know that you mentioned that you are excited to give our group a blessing. Did Guanyin give you a little reason for the blessing or a little message at all?
The message is that you are all on an important spiritual path, and that you are all in need of the removal of some blockages, different for each one. And that this blessing will do exactly what each of you needs, whether it's to be open a spiritual channel further, or to remove a health blockage, anything that would prolong your life so that you can continue to serve. I get that one person needs that. 1, 2 people, their spiritual channels are going to open further. One actually needs a more open heart.
Mm.
And she said she'll be happy to give readings after the blessing.
Oh, wow. This is a treat. This is why we're so excited to have you on. And I noticed that Linda offered classes or services. Linda's is in Oregon, Portland, Oregon, correct?
Yes.
Yes. And so can you share with us a little bit of, beside the Guan Yin lineage blessing that you are offering, what other service do people can connect with you and receive?
Well, there's really a large number of blessings I can offer. I do have Tao hands, which is healing hands, which can be done in person or remotely, but there's no touching involved, Scott. So rubbing anyone the wrong way with that.
You wouldn't want to do that.
And also, I do a blessing called the wheel blessing. There are some people that really have so much negative information within them that they just need a blast of light every couple of hours. So I do a wheel blessing where for 24 hours, every 2 hours, I just send them this light, which is results in a little sleep deprivation on my part, but is really worth it. An example of, I did one of those wheel blessings when I had a broken arm.
Oh.
My arm was in a sling. And I did that every 2 hours. I got up at 2 a.m., 4 a.m., and I did this blessing. And I was actually tracing a calligraphy with my broken arm. And the result of that was that I healed really, really fast. Because when you serve, you're bringing the light through you, right? So
yes.
You get that side benefit of healing yourself. So that was a really great result for that. But I have a lot of transmissions. I have some Tao Chongs, which means Tao light fields that I can heal with. Just send them out to radiate. And I have a lot of Jindans, which means golden light balls, 7 soul houses, lower Dantian, Kundalini. Those I can send out to offer blessings as well. So a lot of times when people are on, a budget, some of these blessings are much less of an honor fee. Like the Kuan Yin blessing, for example, is a minimum of $100 for that.
Wow.
We're not supposed to offer it for less than that. So that's why I was so delighted when Kuan Yin stepped forward and said, "These guys, get one." And you won't get a bill.
That is such a blessing.
Pardon?
That is such a blessing to have her not only say that we are, but to also have a message coming afterward too. And, for you to hold her lineage 3 years ago, that's amazing.
Yes. Well, I mean, she does it because you are all healers on a spiritual path. And she wants to facilitate that for all of you because, she just considers everyone who is looking to relieve the suffering of humanity. She wants to help them do that. So that's the purpose, not particularly for you, but because of what you will be able to do. Yes.
Yeah. And that's the same thing when Terry came on and gave us the dragon blessing.
Yes.
With our group being so young and being kind of like the synchronicity of how we were even connected, 4 strangers never met in their entire life, came together in one little small places, instantly connected like long lost brothers and sisters.
Because you were
inseparable.
Yes.
And okay, you guys, this is a mission. We have to do this.
That's right. That's right. Well, you're all coming together again, in this lifetime. That's, you feel like you know people. That's because you do know them. Yeah,
Yes.
you feel like you have a connection with people, that's because you do have a connection.
Yes, and through our channeling, we definitely, this was our calling, this was our service. We've done this many lifetimes. And Jung even said, hey, after this, shall we come back? I said, probably not.
No, let's do it right.
Yes. So it's nice to see and hear from healers and channelers like you, sharing the information for our group that we are on the right task of just serving humanity and Gaia during this time.
Yes.
It's really nice confirmations and an encouragement, to hear from you and like Terry and Master Lynn and Portia to let us know that what we are doing really have a great impact for humanity and Gaia at this time.
Yes.
So thank you for that information. And we are excited to receive the blessing, and would like to give you the feedback. And I just want to say to our viewers, if you are watching this for the first time, please do subscribe to our YouTube channels and click that notification button, so that way when we go on live every Thursday, you'll be the first to get the notice. And so is there anything that you would like to share with our audience, Linda, from your personal experiences through healing different people and certain stories that kind of stand out to you?
Well, the most striking one to me was actually when I broke my arm. And the reason I like to tell this story is because it's some empirical evidence that this stuff works, that this healing power works. So I'll make it as brief as I can, yes, but I would like to tell the story of when I broke my arm. Okay, so this was 2 years ago, which means I was 68 at the time. And I slipped on ice, down I went, broke my arm, and it was like really broken. It was like there was a separation between the two pieces of the bone. It was in this location here. And as soon as I went down, I started chanting right away. That's what we do. When you chant a positive message, it replaces the negative message, right? So I started chanting right away, and my husband came rushing out and he said, oh my God, what happened? And I said, I'll be fine. I'm just going to do some chanting. He says, no, I'm taking you to urgent care. Your arm looks really unnatural. So he took me to urgent care. I wasn't in any particular pain. They did an x-ray, and the tech came out and he said, oh, Mama, you should be crying because you have like this complete dislocation. You can't stop here. You really need to see an orthopedic. So I was like, okay. I wasn't really excited about the idea. But then I came to understand that it was going to give me empirical evidence that healing works other than Western medicine. So I went forward with it. And first I saw the surgeon, and he said, okay, I've looked at your x-rays. You have osteoporosis, the beginnings of it. They call it osteopenia when it isn't like all the way there. But you have osteopenia. This is a really bad break. I can't cast it. You're just going to have to wear a sling. You're never going to get your range of motion back because of your age, the state of your bones. The best you can hope for is maybe you can reach the first shelf in your kitchen. And I knew he was wrong. I mean, I totally knew he was wrong. I went, okay, Roger Wilco. And he set me up for physical therapy. And of course, I just went home and did spiritual practice. I got blessings from my soul family. I gave blessings to myself. And I did a lot of service during this time. I did a lot of healing, because the more you serve, the more you can heal, because the light comes through you. So I wasn't serving for that reason, but I didn't not serve because I had a broken arm. I'll just put it that way. So I go to my first physical therapy appointment. I'm feeling pretty good. And she says, show me your range of motion. And I went like this. Well, this is already past what the doctor said I would ever be able to accomplish. Wow. So she said, whoa, okay. And how much physical therapy does he think you should have? 6 weeks. She said, you're not going to need it. Said, let me just give you some exercises to do at home. You don't need to come back. So, okay, I did the exercises at home, sorta, and just concentrated doing this practice and all the stuff that really works. And so then I go back to the orthopedic surgeon, and they take another x-ray, and he said, what did you do? And I said, well, I did spiritual practice. And he said, oh, right. So he said, well, okay, well, you don't need to come back to see me unless you break your arm again. And he asked me for my range of motion. That's what it was.
Wow.
I was able to reach all the way back, all the way over my head. Range of motion was 100%. And then they did a bone density test on me to see where I was with the osteoporosis. I have the bone density of a young female adult now.
Wow.
No osteopenia, not headed for osteoporosis. No, no, no. And this is the only thing this can be, is the spiritual practice and receiving the blessings, giving service, doing forgiveness, because Western medicine told me you will not heal. You are too old and your bones are in bad shape. So that's
oh
my
gosh.
Because I mean, this is empirical evidence.
Yeah, you got the x-ray and you got the orthopedic surgeon and the physical
right.
therapist, all there.
Right.
On record.
And the bone density test.
And the bone density test,
and
yes.
This was in
there
the
you go.
Span of how long?
Pardon?
How long was this in the span of, like, from the time you broke your bone to the time it completely healed, where you went back and
6 total weeks.
Wow.
6 weeks.
Yes.
Wow.
Total. And and he wanted me to do 6 weeks of physical therapy. And I didn't even do one session.
Wow.
So Linda, can you share, this amazing story, to those who are kind of curious, when you say service, what kind of service were you doing during this 6 weeks period time frame? Were you out and about helping people, or what kind of service were you doing?
Well, I was offering blessings with the various modalities that I have.
Okay.
I was offering 1,000 hands, 1,000 eyes blessing. I was offering the wheel blessing, a blessing every 2 hours. I was offering blessings by tracing calligraphy, which is a powerful, spiritual object. So everything in my spiritual arsenal I was doing just based on the need. People calling me saying, having a problem with my finances, my baby's sick, my mother's about to transition. Whatever the need was, I would just offer that service, because that's what I know I'm supposed to be doing. So something like a broken arm is not going to stop me from offering service.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, we are excited to receive the blessing. Also, just want to side note, when the viewers are watching, as you are performing this blessing, they will also be receiving as well?
They will receive what is known as a flash.
Flash, okay.
Yeah, they'll get light. And it's actually healing light.
Mm-hmm.
They can actually make a request for something that they would like, a reduction in physical pain, a reduction in emotional pain, mental confusion. They can ask for their finances to be increased. Whatever is their particular need at this time, this light will go toward helping that be better.
Okay. So for our viewers that are watching, Linda will be offering a Guanyin blessing to our group but you do receive the flash. So do think, what is it that you would like to be receiving from this blessing? And we're all going to receive this blessing together. Whenever you're ready, Linda.
Okay. All right. So I would just ask that you completely relax, open your heart, close your eyes gently, take a deep breath and let it out, and just know that you are simply receiving this beautiful light. Okay. So now I'll do a silent invocation. To Vivian, to John, to Scott. Okay, the blessing now begins. Chan cho chen yan da zi da bei jiu ku jiu nan wang da yuan man wan shi yin pu sa ling hui shang shi chen guang jing wang阿弥陀佛，千手千眼，大慈大悲，救苦救难，广大圆满，观世音菩萨，灵慧上师。真光金王阿弥陀佛。How, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so grateful to Kuan Yin and all the Buddhas of the Tao Bei Chou. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to serve. I am only the vessel. Gong Sung, Gong Sung, Gong Sung.
That was so beautiful, Linda. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I feel when you were about to get ready, I could feel her presence. I could feel the energy was just working through my heart, and this light energy was just embracing. And then all of a sudden, this just white light. So thank you so much.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
When you first started singing, all the dragons that are in my house, which are a lot, started singing with you.
Oh.
And then I had a pink vapor show up, and it was Kuan Yin. And then I had Isis, Aphrodite, Bridget, and two others that I do not recognize. I think one was Hindu, but I'm not sure who the other one was. And they started singing with you. And my room just got like it was daylight. It was bright, sunny, and warm. And both of my obnoxious kitties, who are usually running around or wanting attention, are now snoring. So it's like they're calm and relaxed and everything.
Wonderful.
So yeah.
Thank you, John. That's wonderful.
And I'm still vibrating.
Yeah.
So I feel they're still working.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I feel that too. Yes.
Yeah, this blessing goes on far beyond the end of the chant. So you may experience some stuff happening next day or two.
Nice. For me,
Cool.
at the very beginning when you're about to sing, I can feel like this chill is just like washing over my body. And it was just an amazing feeling.
Wonderful. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Your singing, so calming and I would say enchanted for me.
Wonderful. Thank you.
For me,
I only caught the tail end of that, but boy, I really enjoyed that because my heart was racing. I just running around checking my internet and everything, but I'm up and going. And I had just the opportunity to just sit down and just hear the tail end of that. And it's just like,
Well, you so received the full measure of the blessing.
yes.
And you may notice things happening over the next day or two.
Yeah, already blew my circuits.
Oh, that was so bad. Oh.
It's probably the copper dragon too.
Well, everyone has the copper dragons at their houses right now, so but there's a lot of them with Scott. So, but each of you have at least one copper dragon with you. So, who knows? They could probably be doing a lot of mischief, and not bad mischief. They're not out to be evil. They're just really, they like being entertaining.
Yeah.
yeah,
They
I think
comedy, don't they?
yeah, for me, I was kind of like Vivian. I was feeling, I think even before the blessing, I was starting to sense it. There's certain energy that's coming through, and then right when Linda was doing the blessing, there's kind of like a pulsating effect that's going in and out of my body. Today's been a very stressful day for me, but I feel really amazingly relaxed right now. Very clear. So
Wonderful. Wonderful.
So that's great news for me.
Thank you.
Thank you for
I
that.
appreciate
Thank you.
the feedback. I do. Okay, so I will now allow myself to vacate so that Kuan Yin can come through and give each of you a reading as to what you received. I'll begin with Scott. You are the healer in this lifetime. I have increased your healing power. You will notice the chakras in your hands are on fire.
Mm-hmm.
You will have great power to heal those who come to you. You are loved and blessed. You have also received a download which will help you identify what the people coming to you need beyond your usual healing modality. You will receive messages and instruction. Please open your mind to follow it, and your clients will be better served. Thank you for your service. How?
Thank you.
Okay. And Vivian, dear my daughter, I want you to follow. Please become one of my lineage holders. You have a great affinity for me, for my work, for my desire to ease the suffering. You carry this desire in your heart as well. My blessing for you was to open your heart further, to open your spiritual channels further. You may feel a desire to connect with me. I hope that you will. I am with you. I want to serve through you. Please answer this calling. You are very special, and you have much work to do and many years to do it in. Please don't delay. How? For Vivian. And for John. John, my crusader, I am so honored to have the opportunity to serve you. You serve so many others with the delights of so many realms. You bring hope and light to so many. You have served and alleviated the suffering of so many just by your presence. You are healer. You don't have to do anything except to be present, and people receive healing. I am so delighted that you are in the world at this time to offer this love and light to all you encounter. My gift to you was a gift of physical health. You have received a life-saving blessing from me. Your channels are open. Your heart is open. You are serving to the best of your ability. I thank you for that. My deepest gratitude to you, dear one. How? And to Young. Am I saying that name right, Young?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Dear my son, my gift to you was to open your spiritual channels much further than they were yesterday. This was meant to happen whether or not you received this gift from me, but I have accelerated it for you. There is so little time, and there is so much to accomplish. I am so happy that you are on this spiritual path with these beautiful people, these enlightened souls, these spiritual beings. I have also given you a gift. Of prolonged life. You need these years. You need this extension of time to complete your task. You will be receiving messages about your task. You may have been wondering. There are answers for you. Be aware you will receive messages in many ways. In your dreams, you will hear parts of conversations that have special meaning to you, even though these people were not talking to you. The message will be there for you, and you will understand it. Your path is very clear. I am so grateful that you are serving. How? Dr. Judy, I believe you're the last one. Okay. Dear my beloved daughter, you are a shining light in this tapestry of humanity. Heaven loves you. I love you.
Thank you.
I know that you will be one of my disciples. It is intended that this should happen, and I will help you if you ask for it.
Thank you.
You are such a beautiful healer. You heal with every cell of your body, with every cell of your emotional and mental bodies. When you heal, you are transformed. You are no longer in human form. This is a great gift. And I have offered to you one to enhance these abilities you already possess. Your channels are opening further as you receive this message. You will find that you receive perfect interpretation from the universe about what each one you are serving needs in the moment you are serving. Trust this information. It has been available to you, and now this channel is completely open. You are service. I am honored to offer you this blessing. How?
Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for your wisdom, for the blessing.
I am so honored to serve all of you. It takes a moment for me to come all the way back. So just talk amongst yourselves.
Well, that was an amazing blessing. Your voice was so beautifully when you chant, when you were doing the blessing, and then the messages for each and every one of us that was so unexpected, but it's definitely, I know that it will propel the team to go further into service and to take on the task, because as our beloved Master Sha would say, that the more that you serve, the more that there's going to be the opposite of the light. And with the blessing, it definitely helped us. And
Yes.
we are so, so grateful. Thank you, Guan Yin. Thank you, Master Sha.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Yes,
Whenever-
and to Tao as well. For this-
Whenever I offer a blessing, it's always, I'm only the vessel, and thank you for the opportunity to serve. You know, thank you, Kuan Yin, thank you, Master Sha. I know this in my heart, because before I had nothing. It's completely transformed me just to be on this path. And I know that's true for all of you, that you are transforming just because you are on this path. It's a wonderful experience, but you know, you have to be aware that there are forces that don't want you to progress, that want to block you. And this comes in all sorts of ways, you know, all sorts of blockages in your lives. And if you just remember that the best way past that is just to serve,
Mm-hmm.
you will all be fine.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is an absolutely wonderful experience. I'm so grateful that you invited me. It's wonderful meeting all of you, and I would hope to meet with all of you again.
Yes, it's such a wonderful opportunity to have you meet the group, and we do plan to go down to meet John one of this day in Oregon. So definitely we'll gotta connect and have like a reunion.
Oh, that would be wonderful. I would love to meet you all in real time.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
trying to
Go ahead,
set it up to go to first Scotty's property, and then up to the dragon site that I told you about when you were down here.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
So we'd love to have you.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Yeah, I know we're coming up to the hour. Last minute words that Yung or Vivian want to share with Linda from the blessing and the messages, and then we'll have Linda give her informations.
No, actually, you want to go first?
Yeah, I don't really speak much this time. As you know, trying to monitor the stream and everything. So, but thank you, Linda, from the bottom of my heart, and also our group for the blessing and the insight from Guan Yin. I know all of us have a connection with her, and it's really wonderful to reconnect with her through you, and just to be able to meet you in person and learn more about you and your work, and then just be able to feel what you have to offer, that the blessings. This is amazing. I'm feeling so much better. I feel like my face is my mind is sharper now. Right now I've been kind of cloudy this whole day because I have like a lot of deadlines at work, but I'm feeling great right now. And I just to let everyone know, I've been working since this morning, and I got back home, just ate like 5 minutes, and then went, set up the stream and everything. So I didn't have time to rest yet, but I feel so much energy right now. So
good. I'm happy for you.
Yeah. So it's the blessing. It's to me, it's real. So I do hope that if you're watching this, that you connect to her to get her, service. It's wonderful.
Thank you, Yum.
Thank you.
For me, when you were channeling Guan Yin, it really touches me because, like, how would you know? I always have this. Well, the message touched me where I know what your message that you gave really was true to me, because I always have that feeling of relieving suffering, and it's just amazing how that message was brought through, and this was something that I held since I was a child. So for you to be saying something like that really touches me in a way where how can anyone know, so everything like what you say really rings true to me. So thank you for that, Linda.
Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome.
And before we have you go, do you have any message for humanity or for the audience, or anything that we'd like to share?
Well, the most important one to me is love melts all blockages and transforms all life. I mean, that really says it all for me.
Yes, thank
And
you.
how can people reach you, Linda?
Well, by telephone, I'm happy to give my phone number.
Okay, why don't you go ahead and say it slow, and then Jung can then type it down there as well on the YouTube
Okay.
subscription there.
It's 971
Uh-huh.
344 7805. And then my email address is Lindacarolynlotus at gmail.com.
Wonderful, thank you. And to our viewers, we're at the top of the hour. As you have experienced the amazing Linda blessing and reading, she is incredibly great at her work and the blessing that she is giving. I know that when that all started, I could feel the energy and I could feel the messages. I highly recommend reaching out to Linda for the service. If you feel like any financial blockage, relationship blockage, or it's on a spiritual journey, Linda has the wisdom and the ability to assist and help in that way. So again, Linda's phone number is 971-344-7805. And please, if you like what you hear and see, click like, leave comments, and subscribe. We are so grateful for you tuning in with us every Thursday. We love you. And until next Thursday, thank you, everyone. Make it a great weekend. Bye. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.